Hey friends, welcome back to Ball Homestead. I'm so glad you're here, and here is this week's videos. Alright, for our chicken pot pie, we're going to get our chicken going in the Instapot. I like to use that because it makes the chicken so delicious and tender. So we're going to get it going in here, and then we'll do the next step. Alright, that's going to go for about 30 minutes. It'll probably take it more like an hour. I got it seasoned, got my 4 cups of water in there, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, now we're going to melt some butter, and we're going to make our roux for the mixture of the chicken pot pie. We're going to get this good and melty. It's just about there, and then we're going to add about 1.5 cups of flour. I'm making a mass amount of this. I'll put the single recipe in the description. I got ahead of myself. First, we're going to chop a couple of onions. Like I said, I'll put the amount you will need for a single one in the recipe. But I cut up a couple of onions, and we're going to get that in the butter and get them cooked down first before we add our flour. This is going to add all kinds of yummy flavor to our pot pie. Now we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of minced garlic to this roux in the making, just for more flavor, friends. We added a couple of cups of flour, and we're going to cook that down for just a minute. And we're also going to add some salt and pepper. Now we added our milk, chicken broth, and a little bit of salt and pepper to this, and we're going to let it thicken, and if we need to add more, we will. But we'll see what our consistency is at the end. All right, I just bought several store-bought roll-out crusts. We're going to use these for our crust for our pot pie. All right, our roux is thickening up. I did end up adding about 8 cups more of milk and broth. We're going to give it a little taste, see if it needs seasoning. Yes, it definitely needs more salt. And we got our crust. We did a double layer in the bottom. We have our chicken in the middle, and we'll pour our roux mix over the top with our vegetables. I'm fixing to toss them in and get them all ready to go in the oven. Yes, I just buy the Great Value mixed vegetables, and I'm going to add 2 2-pound bags to this. So that'll give us almost a pound of vegetables per pot pie. All right, I did end up adding a third 2-pound bag, so we've got 6 pounds of vegetables in our roux, and it's ready to go into the pot pies. I'll show you the next step. All right, for simplicity, I just roll another crust out over the top. You can cut these and make them pretty and everything, but I'm just choosing not to do that because I like to have a real crusty pot pie. I love the crust. I think pot pie is one of those yummy, warming, just comfort foods. So we'll get these in the oven, and we'll bake them at 350 until they're done, until all the crust is done and it's golden brown. These would also make an amazing freezer meal. You could wrap them up right now after they cooled and pop them in the freezer. And then when you're ready to bake them, let them thaw completely and bake them at 350 till golden brown. Simple. You could also, if you didn't have time to make up a bunch of freezer meals, make an extra one, pop it in the freezer. Then one night you don't feel like cooking, you can have a freezer meal. I just took the pot pies out of the oven, and they smell and look absolutely delicious. Here is the deck for our greenhouse. It's an 8 by 16. It'll have the polycarbonate panels. It has been a chore putting things together. We had to have a deck for level ground, and it is not, the instructions have not been good. I have even went to YouTube looking for a video on this exact greenhouse with failure. But fingers crossed we get it figured out. These are the worst instructions I've ever put anything together for, and it was one of the higher end ones, so I'm very disappointed with that. But I'm praying it all turns out well. Friends, our girls have kicked it into overdrive. We've got 2 18 counts here and almost another one here, and that's just in about 4 days. We've had some really pretty weather besides a rainy day, and it has been wonderful getting all these beautiful eggs. We have just been skimping by for the last few months, not purchasing eggs, but just using every little bit we get so we don't have to purchase eggs. And it's so wonderful to see these beautiful, look how pretty these are, beautiful eggs that we're getting now. And I pray we get them for a very long time. All right, friends, I know that video was short and simple, but we have had a lot going on working on this greenhouse, having the grandbabies, and I'm doing the best I can, but I'm hoping this week's video is a little bit better and a little bit longer. Thank you guys for stopping back by our homestead. Please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.